So the question is, if I happen to have STI or sexually transmitted infection, could this lead to AIDS? And what organ system is affected? And what should I do to avoid this? My answer is, there are many types of STI like gonorrhea and such. If I happen to have STI, I would determine if this STI could lead to AIDS. Assuming that I have human immunodeficiency virus or HIV. This STI could definitely lead to AIDS, and the immune system of the human body will greatly affected. But where would be such symptoms and signals of having this disease? Moreover, this STI can be prevented by applying condoms during sexual intercourse and having sex to the same person only. The only way to avoid it is to not have vaginal or anal sex without condoms. In addition, this can also be prevented by having knowledge in regarding this matter. That's all. Thank you.
STI is an infection passed from one person to another person through sexual contact. An infection is when a bacteria, virus, or parasite enters and grows in or on your body. STIs are also called sexual transmitted diseases or STDs. There's a very big possibility that this could lead to AIDS. STDs can lead to HIV, which is the virus that causes AIDS. Use a latex or polyurethane condom every time you have vaginal, oral, or anal sex reduces to the risk of infection.
Having STD or sexually transmitted disease as a result of sexually transmitted infection means that the two people had sex without a protection. And this type of disease can affect your body as well as having some other diseases such as viruses, hepatitis B, herpes, HIV, and the human papilloma virus or HPV. Having an STD increases your chances of contracting HIV, the virus that causes AIDS. However, if this disease can be treated, the chances of developing AIDS are extremely low. It can involve the kidney, lymph system, brain, and spleen. Symptoms include cough, weight loss, and fatigue. HIV attacks a specific type of immune system cell in the body. It is known as the CD4 helper cell or T cell. When HIV destroys the cell, it becomes harder for the body to fight off other infections. When HIV is left untreated, even a minor infection such as cold can be much more severe. The things you need to do and to avoid getting AIDS are self-control for not having sex and use condoms in the right way. Also, you may be able to use HIV prevention medication such as pre-exposure prophylaxis or PrEP and post-exposure prophylaxis or PEP.
Having an STI can increase your chances of getting HIV. The virus that can cause AIDS when HIV gets inside a person's body. It attacks his immune system. The immune system has many kinds of white blood cells to fight infections. HIV finds the white blood cells, called CD4 cells. To avoid this, you can use strategies such as abstinences, not having sex, never sharing needles, and using condoms the right way every time you have sex. You may also be able to make medicines such as pre-expose, prophylaxis, and post-exposure prophylaxis. Thank you.
Rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune disease that can cause swelling in your joints and damage your body like your skin, eyes, heart, lungs, kidneys, nerve tissues, bone marrow, blood vessels, and your salivary glands. And right off the bat, this illness cannot be avoided because we still don't know what is the direct cause of the illness, but there are risk factors to look out from so that we know if we are prone of getting the disease. So it could be your sex, your age, your family history, if you have excessive weight, and if you smoke, and also your food intake, like food that can cause inflammation on your body. That's all. Thank you.
Rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune disease that causes joint pain and damage throughout the body. Autoimmune means your immune system is attacking your healthy body tissues. The rheumatoid arthritis affects the lungs, kidneys, and heart. This disease cannot be prevented, especially when it is genetically inherited, your age is increasing, your gender, and some environmental factors. But there are a lot of ways to lessen the chances of acquiring and developing this kind of disease, such as having irregular exercise, eating a balanced diet, eating healthy foods, avoiding drinking and smoking, controlling your weight, and lastly,
The hydrochloric acid in the gastric juice breaks down the food and the digestive enzyme split up the proteins. The acidic gastric juice also kills bacteria. The mucus covers the stomach wall with the protective coating, and the hydrochloric acid in the stomach denatures salivary amylase and other proteins by breaking down the structure and thus the function of it. Hydrochloric acid converts pepsinogen to active enzyme pepsin. Pepsin is a protease, meaning that it cleaves bond on proteins.
It is the hydrochloric acid that breaks down substances from the food that we eat. If acid is scattered in the digestive system, it helps the body to break down and digest and absorb nutrients such as protein and help us eliminate bacteria and viruses in the stomach.
It takes 6 to 8 hours for the hydrochloric acid in the gastric juice to break down the food and for the digestive enzymes to split up proteins. Our digestive acids have a pH level of 1 to 3.5, making it 10 times more acidic than lemon juice. Despite being very acidic, it doesn't burn a hole in our stomach. This is because our stomach protects itself from being digested by its own enzymes by secreting sticky and neutralizing mucus that clings to the stomach walls. If gastric acid spreads in the digestive system, this results to acid reflux, which means acid reaches your esophagus, which causes heartburn, sore throat, or cough. It can also lead to gastroesophageal reflux disease or GERD that causes inflammation of the esophagus and can cause cancer.